You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
So busy defending the First Amendment in the last hour, I didn't plug any products or anything. If you believe in what we're doing, buy the products at InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsHealth.com for the longevity products. You're the ones funding it. They're trying to shut us down. We need your support. We're just trying to be honest. We're just trying to find the truth. And the same folks that want to shut down the gun industry, that's really what this is. They're coming after us, David. I think you crystallized it best.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, who are these people?
Exactly. When you
Bloomberg sock puppets.
Exactly. All of the families, pretty much, I don't know how many families, but 10 families went after the gun company to sue them. Only 2 came after the school, saying that there was
no ambulances, no helicopters.
That's pretty much unheard of. Yeah, that's unheard of. Exactly. There's so many things. And Wolfgang Halbig, to me, has a lot of credibility because this is somebody who has a background in law enforcement. He was a principal.
His company was advising major universities, making a lot of money.
Exactly.
He's been all over national TV. Why would he do this?
He was an investigator for school security. He was a consultant for that.
He gave money to Sandy Hook. He gave money to the victims because he felt bad about this. And then he started asking a few questions, and they started attacking him. And when you start asking questions and you get attacked, then you know you're near something. You're near a source of fire somewhere.
Yeah, he was asking questions, trying to get information about it, and they were stonewalling him. Then he got the Highway Patrol in Florida came to his front door and local law
and threatened him,
intimidate him, saying that they'd been sent by people in Connecticut. So to me,
telling him he better watch it.
Exactly.
We just put up the article. It said bad things will happen if you continue looking at this.
And he's got some very good questions that deserve to be answered. They're not answering those questions. So like I said, from the very beginning, we knew that the government was going to use this as a springboard to attack the Second Amendment. From the very beginning, it looked like there were some fishy things about it. So perhaps this was something that the government had staged as a false flag. Perhaps there were people that were being controlled in that aspect. The question in my mind from the beginning was, were the parents complicit? I didn't even ask that question because in the past, we've seen situations like 9/11. There's never any question whether the people that were victims in the buildings were complicit in what had happened. But in this one, people started bringing that up, and I poo-pooed that initially. But I tell you, as things go on, as we see these people try to shut down the Second Amendment, try to shut down the First Amendment, I have to start asking, what's going on with these families?
I agree. Let's go to Brenton. Maybe they've been threatened. Who knows? Brenton in Minnesota, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. I discovered you 5 years ago, and I've never looked back. Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you, brother.
You asked the question, why don't they want you looking into Sandy Hook? I looked into this deeply a couple months ago. I just really wanted to understand it. I'm so glad that you're back on the case. This is what I call a media manufactured event. The evidence is overwhelming. It's so obvious that, in my opinion, I'm practicing my First Amendment here, it did not happen. And I just challenge anyone to...
And are you going to say that Bill Clinton never lied? Or are you going to say that Brian Williams didn't command a helicopter that took out 17,000 al-Qaeda forces? Or that Private Lynch wasn't a hoax? Or Pat Tillman's murder wasn't a cover-up?
Well, you know, I mean, I probably don't have enough time to go into all those, but I'll tell you, it's so interesting.
I mean, sir, it's a conspiracy theory. You don't question Brian Williams. He did it. He commanded the helicopter. He caught the RPG with his hand and threw it back at al-Qaeda.
Right. Well,
he had a can of spinach, and he went, I'm strong to the finish, because I eats my spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Doot, doot. Sorry, go ahead. I'm gonna hold you over, brother. I'm being silly here. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Sandy Hook to me is it represents something. It represents a watershed, a potential watershed moment to wake up a lot of people, and that's what they're worried about.
I agree. And this Brian Williams is that as well. Stay there. I'm going to come back and I'll have you finish your point, and we're going to respond to that watershed event. Look, they may have killed kids there, but they got blue screens, green screens. They got kids going in circles. They caught a guy in the woods. They covered that up. They didn't call in the helicopters. They had the ambulances sit there. You know, there's this whole schizophrenic group that thinks everything's actors, but sometimes there are actors, and it looks like that. I mean...
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds. Is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet. The month of February is all about Valentine's Day. Big heart-shaped boxes filled with delicious candy. What if we, the Patriots, hijacked Valentine's Day and instead made it about human liberty and individual empowerment? I'm all about human potential. I'm all about the individual being empowered. The establishment is the opposite. That's why they spike our water with fluoride and GMO, estrogen mimickers, and the rest of the garbage. InfoWars is striking back in the month of February with Human Empowerment Month. How we can come together and win the human race. And to celebrate the kickoff of Human Empowerment Month, we're slashing prices on InfoWarsLife.com products like Super Male and Super Female Vitality. The sale is only running for the month, 20% off, and there's a lot of other powerful specials at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsLife.com, celebrating human potential in the month of February. Visit InfoWarsLife.com to find this special and many others in the month of February. Again, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
We are back well into the third hour now. We're going to News Blitz, which I hardly ever actually institute. But when I do, it's interesting, where I try to go over a whole bunch of topics, get quick responses from our guest panel of Rob Dew and, of course, David Knight, who are in studio with us here today. And anybody out there listening on AM or FM radio can simply go to Infowars.com/show and find the free video feed. It is essential to counter all the censors out there. And in your email byline or at the bottom, instead of, signing off Molon Labe, you can sign off Molon Labe, Infowars.com/show, or join the resistance, Infowars.com/show, or find the truth, Infowars.com/show, or forbidden information, Infowars.com/show. I'm tempted to actually put up billboards if I had the money that said forbidden information, Infowars.com/show.
Or share your PrisonPlanet.tv membership with 19 other friends, and you can all be on at the same time.
I mean, they want to shut us down. We're in a real war. I mean, and we're one of the key areas of resistance, and they don't want to crush us too obviously, because then that would make us martyrs. They just want to kill us politically and sap us in death by 1,000 cuts. Well, we're still growing, moving forward exponentially. That's why we've entered the maximum danger zone. I can feel it. I can intellectually see it. We need people to go to InfoWarsStore.com, because I didn't even plug this last hour. Buy the books, buy the T-shirts, buy the nutraceuticals, buy the high-quality products, the water filters. Shopping with the good guys is what makes all this possible. I want to thank you for that. I want to run through these callers that have been holding for a while, Brenton and Pharaoh and all these other folks. And then I want to get into all the stories we haven't hit. Ground troops are necessary to defeat ISIS. Ron Paul says it gives him basically worldwide war powers. We're also going to get into just a whole bunch of news I'm going to race through with.
I got a big comment on that, by the way.
And to get your takes on that. But right now we're talking about the full-out assault on the First Amendment. Restricting the web in the name of net neutrality. We support net neutrality, but this isn't that with Obama. All this garbage. But Brenton, finish up your point about Sandy Hook.
Sure. Yeah, it's my opinion they can't stand the slaves talking to each other, and we talk to each other over the internet. They can't control the narrative, and Sandy Hook is a blatant example of how they are manufacturing reality, and all people have to do is just go look at the evidence. It's overwhelming, and once people come to that same conclusion that I did, it's all over.
It is ridiculous. I mean, it looks like a school play. It's so badly done, but maybe that's what reality looks like. Maybe reality looks totally fake. Of course, in my experience, it looks real. Yeah. Reality is crisp and real. You know it when you see it, and this comes off like a bad school play.
Or Obama's birth certificate with multiple layers.
Yeah, and why did they publish that in multiple layers and then say they hadn't, and then use the typewriter function where all the letters are identical, but they're just meant to look like typewriter. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We pointed that out, and a year later, top forensic experts said what we said.
We pointed out the day it came out, too. I remember specifically bringing this up to you. I said, look, it was one of our ad guys took it apart, and I said, look, it comes apart in all these layers. Boom, we're in there.
We actually broke that.
Shooting that video, 1 million views, over 1 million views now. Same thing with our other video, why people think Sandy Hook is a hoax. I mean, it came out about a month later, but looking at all the evidence, and when the blue screen came out, that green screen video, and we added it up with all the other stuff where the mainstream media just says, well, we're not going to show you this right now because we don't know what you're going to see. And we
remember that?
Off with that. Yeah, that was.
We're not going to show you Sandy Hook. They've never done that before or since. We're not going to cut the cameras to this.
Right.
Because I guess they hadn't got everybody lined up yet for the opening.
Well, no, that was a different school shooting. That came out that
was
day.
In Houston.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, look, they just said, we're not going to show you any of this live footage because we don't know what you might see. And then we cover Oklahoma City.
Well, they covered up a bunch of Sandy Hook, too. They cut from the live helicopter feed.
Oh, sure. But, I mean, this video here, it's a long video. It's almost 20 minutes. But it covers just the waterfront of things where it just looks all these different news events. And
if they can shut down the Alex Jones channel and all the other channels that are connected, they'll shut down hundreds of these videos looking at this.
Well, and I think that's why they went after the little people first, and they went and knocked them off, because this was months ago, back when the anniversary was happening. We started talking about it again, and we had the filmmakers on that made a couple of the filmmakers, and we had the big debate. And after that, it kind of died down for a while, but now it's picked up again. I guess one of the trolls saw, and all you were doing was talking about a news article.
Yeah.
We weren't even showing video.
Yeah.
That's what's so wild about this.
We're not supposed to even talk.
Yeah. We just have to sit here.
We're showing pictures from the BBC and the main French news agency. This is not showing pictures of what people have photoshopped on their Facebook page.
And no one's saying it's photoshopped.
Right.
No. They just say we're showing Fox News footage when we're showing a BBC News website.
Right.
I mean, it's a untrue filing.
Oh, and by the way, they brought Fox into it. There was absolutely nothing in the article or what I had to say.
I need to get my earpiece fixed. I keep forgetting to tell the guys. It just keeps popping out. I think it's too tight. Whatever. Just an ongoing issue. I want to go back to the calls. Thank you so much, Brenton. Let's talk to AD in Delaware. AD, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, Alex. I think people need to understand something. We're involved in a heavy onslaught of EMF, ELF mind control. Paul Hellyer and Dr. John H. Hall talk about this. But, these crisis actors, the same woman that is the lawyer for the guy Holmes there in Aurora, she's also involved in the Boston bombing there. I mean, you're looking at the guy, he's got his legs all sticking out. He's the same guy that You know, I could swear that I saw Steven Spielberg there, but he had his legs shot off